Bill! Hannah! Claire screamed as loud as she could, forcing herself off the ground through sheer willpower. In one smooth motion, Claire raised her rifle and aimed it at the strange monster. Just looking at the thing made goosebumps crawl up her arms. Claire didn't know whether they'd be able to handle a new threat while still dealing with the snake. Hearing Claire scream, Bill was startled and looked at her. Seeing the rifle being aimed at something, it only took a moment for him to realize that there was a new threat approaching them. Quickly turning his head, he saw the massive monster slowly approaching them. Despite being several times larger than the snake, its lanky body allowed it to move between the trees with ease. It slowly opened its mouth and let out a dreadful noise. Flinching, Claire felt as though thousands of spiders were crawling on her body. The sound of the thing's roar coiled inside of her ear like a moist tentacle reaching for her brain. Her vision wavered as she saw it double. "What the hell's that?" Bill yelled out. Claire stopped herself from blacking out and used every bit of strength to keep herself focused on the thing. Her vision was still messed up, but with it stopping its cries, it didn't take long for her to recover. The human head with the skin stretched out, making it appear like a corpse, carefully stared at the three of them. As if noticing the other group fighting the snake, it slowly turned to check out the battle. Seeing how the thing was behaving, Claire was confused. Her finger trembled close to the trigger. "Don't fire," a voice whispered behind Claire as a comforting hand touched her shoulder. Startled, Claire jumped and managed not to pull the trigger. She lowered her rifle and turned around to see a red light. Behind her was Abby. The first thing Claire noticed was how Abby was focused on the monster ahead of them. "That thing is something we can't handle, so as long as it doesn't attack us, we won't attack it," Abby said, raising a finger to her lips. Lowering her voice, Claire asked, "What about the other group? We can't just let them fight the snake while that thing is watching them." Bill and Hannah noticed that Abby was next to Claire. Realizing that something was happening, the two headed over to where Claire and Abby were standing. While heading over, Bill kept looking back at the freakish monster. His pace was slow, as though not wanting to attract the thing's attention by running away with his back turned towards it. "Tommy's with the other group. He'll help finish the fight with the snake. Judging by how it looks, I suspect that it won't be much longer before they finish," Abby informed Claire. Though the news was positive, Abby's face was strained. Turning away from Abby, Claire shuddered as soon as her eyes fell on the strange creature that was the mixture of a deer and a human. Quickly taking her eyes from the thing, not wanting to spend even an additional second more seeing something that made her skin crawl, she checked up on Astrid, Frida, and the twins. It didn't seem like they had even noticed the new monster that appeared, due to concentrating on the snake and trying not to get eaten by it. What was encouraging was how the snake was moving slower, flashes all over its body, blood streaming down. It was like what Abby had said.